want to like say that like we have gotten some new followers and people, you know, that have been like writing me about, oh, I found you on YouTube and I want to get sober, or I want to work for you, or whatever. And I just really appreciate people watching our videos, and I really appreciate you following us. And I just can't say how much that means to me, because YouTube is the most important thing in my stratosphere. Like, that's what I want to be doing more of, because I have freedom to create the art that I want to create, and I'm not like, you know, a slave to some client, you know? So we just shot Complex Con. And we've been working on, I guess we haven't posted in a while. So here's the thing about YouTube. I run a video production company, Ridge Production, and we're busy shooting a lot of shit. We just did a Mod Sun video. We just did Complex Con, EDC, Chaos stuff. We're shooting music videos and trade shows, and so, you know, our credit card's through the roof, and we're trying to catch up on this and that, and it's hard to find the time and money to make videos every day. So I'm going to be doing more of these videos where I just talk to you and explain to you what's going on, what I think about certain things, like how Travis Scott's a fucking bitch and he shouldn't have put out a song that has no substance after he got married and had a kid, and before his kid's even a year old, he's like already... It's like, dude, do you think we're just like, do you think we can just forget that happened? I mean, it's cool to be the highest one in the room, but at a certain point, it's like, dude, like, what is your life actually like? So I talk a lot about these things on Instagram. I'm gonna be doing that more on YouTube. And we'll also be showing you behind the scenes of the company and how we're running the company, but I just wanted to kind of update you on that like there'll be more videos of me just like talking. Like I just did one on like sobriety and what it means to be sober for 14 years. And how's this framing? Well, let me go in here. So I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about, because the sobriety thing is a thing that people don't fully understand, right? Because I have 14 years sober, and I just wanted to say that AA isn't about getting sober. It's about like staying sober, and it's about like changing your whole life. And I think it's just like one misconception that people have is that like they come into AA and they go like, oh, I'm just gonna clean up or get better. But it's like about reprogramming your whole, to change 10 or 15 years or a whole life of using. You can't just like clean up in 30 days and expect to be able to like stay. You really have to change everything. You have to retrain yourself to think and operate. So I think that's the problem a lot of people have, is they come in thinking that like it's just like removing this drug or this alcohol from their life, but it's not, because they started using at an age before they were able to mature. So it's like they don't know how to live. So now you remove this thing, this crutch that helped you operate on a daily basis, and you're like, well, wait, now what? Like, how am I going to operate in my day? I don't know how to be responsible. I don't know how to like be accountable. I don't know how to do any of these things. And relearning that stuff, or learning that stuff for the first time, is like, it's pretty much impossible to do with an alcoholic who has like a broken mind, who has an alcoholic mind, because we've warped our mind from all the using and all the avoiding, you know, uncomfortable situations that like those uncomfortable situations are how we grow into like mature adults. And we just completely avoided all that our whole life. So we're like now basically infants trying to, I'm going to clean up for 30 days and then I'm going to be fine. And it's just not how it works. AA is one of the ways that you can, what up? What's up, dude? One of the ways you can learn how to live with a broken warped mind. There's other ways, you know, like religion, spirituality, but like AA is cool because you get to have like a sponsor that you can call, and you have like a specific like program like outlined. You get meetings you can go to. You have steps in an order form that you should follow that will help you see your part in everything, because we're fault finding, victim, self-centered, egotistical people, alcoholics. So I would just say that if you're wanting to get sober, I think the first thing to understand is that it's not something that's going to just happen because you went cold turkey for 30 days, you know. And actually the definition of sober is like of sound mind and body, like spiritually fit. Like sobriety, the definition of sobriety is like, right, it's like okay, it's like healthy. So it's like, just because you're not using or drinking doesn't mean you're sober. Like you could just be dry and fucking psycho and miserable, which is what will happen if you don't have a program. So yeah, I guess you could call this part one of many more videos to come of me just sort of like ranting about like different topics. And I think there'll be more on like sobriety. This is just sort of like the first one.